Okay. So when you look at a credit card payment, you're going to see that, for example, you pay $500 a month. And just like with any debt, whether that be a loan, a line, whatever, you're going to have a part of your payment going to interest. Okay. So if you have a $500 monthly payment on a credit card, then you probably have close to, I don't know, $8,000 in debt. Let's just use that for an example. So an $8,000 credit card balance, okay, that you're paying $500 per month on. Now, if this credit card is high interest, like most of them are today, you may be looking at 20, 22, sometimes 32% interest. So, what does that mean is happening with your monthly payment? So, let's assume that this credit card, on average, about 25%. So, you'll take the 500, no, I'm sorry, you'll take the 8,000 times whatever your interest rate is. So if the interest rate is 8,000, take that times 25%. Now, I have discussed all through the videos how the interest is calculated. I'm going to go over it really quick here again, just for a reminder. Okay, so we'll take 8,000 times 25%. That is $2,000. And I know some of you are screaming, but no, this is $2,000 per year. Okay. If this balance stayed at 8,000, which if you're doing velocity banking, it will not, but we're going to calculate it anyway. We're going to divide that by 12. Now I do. Some people divide it by 365. 365 days in a year, right? 12 months in a year. So I'm just calculating what the interest would be in a 1 month period. Okay. So 2,000 divided by 12 is $166.66. So that means out of this $500 payment, $166.66 is going to be your interest charge for that month. Okay. So let's take our $500 payment, subtract out $166.66, and that means $333.34 is actually going to this balance. Sometimes you don't feel like that balance is coming down with this strategy because a lot of people are just in a habit of making whatever payment they see due for that credit card. Now, this always gets taken up because there's something else that we'll have to charge, which means that if we pay $100 for groceries, $50 for gas, whatever you're charging on your credit card, maybe you get $333 in clothing per month. I know what I did was I first didn't have a credit card payment this big because I didn't have a credit score to get high limits. So my credit cards, and don't laugh, but I mean, you're talking about $700 for a limit, $1,000 for a limit. This was because I was completely broke and my credit score was around 600. So I couldn't get any high limits. And the idea of making that monthly payment every month of $25, $50, $75 was wearing me out because I didn't have it. And so when I wouldn't have the money to make that payment, guess what? You get the late charge, right? After 1 day of being late, you're going to get a late charge. And mine was about $32. So when I had, for in my example, let's step off to the side here. if I had a $75 payment due and I missed it, and whether I was late a day or 10 days, I would get that $32 charge for the late payment. Okay. But when I would make my little $75 payment, when I did, that might give me 50 bucks. So I would go back and spend the $50. Maybe I needed to get groceries. Maybe I needed to get gas. That was my only option. So I would go back and charge to where it was literally right at the limit. Okay. So when they applied the interest, guess what? That took me over the limit, right? So now I get another $32 charge. So I'm just showing you the way my life was at one time. Now this is over the limit fee. All right. So when you're now going into the next month, they want all of this, right? You can't just go in and make the $75 payment, because if you do, guess what happens? You're going to get the over the limit fee again. So if you feel like that you're constantly not just staying at the limit, but you're over the limit, they absolutely love that, because they're going to be charging these extra fees. And one, doesn't make your credit look any good at all, right? But two, this is what is called the poor tax, maybe the poverty penalty that I talk about in the upcoming online course I'm offering. We talk about the poverty penalty as one of the lessons in the course, is because it is for real. What are the poverty penalties? Could be that you can't afford to buy in bulk. So instead of getting the lower unit price that you would get when you buy in bulk, now you're paying the higher price because you can't afford anything else. Maybe you have a returned item at an overdraft at a bank. They're going to charge you a penalty for not having your money in there. So whatever you're getting charged extra for in these fees because you're not able to make your payments, whatever is extra to people who are low income, or who people are feeling tight in their budgets. If you're living paycheck to paycheck and you're having to pay fees, if you've got the high interest loans, that's a fee in the poverty penalty, because you are having to pay higher prices for things because you don't have the money. You don't have a credit score. So we're penalized. So that's serious, right? Because you're talking about a lot of extra money that we're having to pay that the wealthy don't have to pay. Well, because they've got the money to buy in bulk. They've got the money to make sure that their accounts are covered. And that's good. I'm not mad at them, but I'm saying that when you're living in this paycheck to paycheck mentality, they're getting you in ways that you aren't even aware of.